We'll do homework in a second. The nice thing is,
So upset.
the first two problems, I'll zoom in so you guys get the beginning.
So new section, but I'm staying section.
New section. Well,
Reasonable.
I was going to realize.
Please, can I please look at it? I really want to know.
Right at the beginning of lunch, I have them all graded, you can check it out.
So you're gonna get back?
You
No.
can still take it.
Can you take it and then once it's done, I can.
Let's focus because today's actually the beginning of something really hard. If we have time at the end and we get through, then yes, I will pass back your quizzes because they should be done. If we don't have time, you guys know how it goes. You missed what we're going to practice right here.
Oh, I know how to do that.
Okay. Kiddos, 7.6. We're starting a new section where, if you guys notice, there's one thing that's harder. Can you tell what's harder? Well, we had A. The A. The A is new. But the good thing is, we're not starting with A. We're starting with, did you figure out last night's homework okay? I have the homework answers ready. I have to, the noises.
Warm up.
Alright, kiddos, your goal is to factor. Alright, real quick. Guys, we have people having to talk to themselves because they can't focus because it's so noisy. So real quick, we know what to do. All hoods are off, Jay. You know, it's fine. Everyone should have a pencil. Everyone should have their notes open. Their homework should be closed. We'll check it soon. But right now we're in notes. Right now we're in notes. If homework didn't make sense last night, you can stay into lunch a little bit and ask me some questions. But right now, the noises need to cease. The noises need to cease. Okay, your goal. After you get 7.6 in the new section, before we get into the harder stuff, we're going to check with the problems that we saw yesterday. So 2 days ago, if the last sign is positive, the signs stay the same, right? If the last sign is positive, the signs stay the same. If the last sign is negative, that was new from yesterday. The signs, they must change.
Okay.
Meaning, one positive, one negative, right?
Yes.
Okay. I want you guys to see. I'm going to help just a little bit, though. Ready? You're supposed to be filling in this, right? For both? And we already said, if the last sign is negative, the signs, they must change. Don't we know a plus and a minus? And looking at the variables written in standard form, Alan, since there's an x squared here, what's going to be my first pieces of both?
I got them both at nice, I don't know.
Yeah.
Factor to that.
So then, Rob, what are going to be the first ones of the bottom ones since I have an x squared?
I got 11 and 4.
Ooh, just the variables.
Oh, shit, I actually.
Okay. Now, some of you guys are already done and already ready. That's great. I'm going to go ahead and just show the table real fast, and we'll see if I can back up your answers. The rest of you guys can try either a table or try mental math if you got really good at it last night. Remember, if you got really good at it, make sure you have an answer written down so you can prove to me and be like, hey, I got it. Look, I beat you. Oops, sorry, I moved it. Looking at factors of negative 24, right, guys?
Yes, 4.
4 and 6?
Yes. Well, one of them has to be negative.
4 and negative 1.
Now, hold on, wait a minute. A negative times a negative, is that going to work, though?
No, you gotta keep
The signs, they must change. So wait, that's good because maybe another factoring problem, if this had been a positive, maybe we could have done that.
Yeah, we could.
No, it's okay. It's just not 4 and 6. Keep looking. Johnny, what should we look at?
2. Oh, 2 times 12.
Now remember, somebody needs to be negative. Now if you guys want, you can always write the bigger number You can always write the bigger number on the right. Like remember how we did 1 and 24 yesterday? 2 and 12. Some of you guys thought 4 and 6 was gonna work. Actually 3 goes in 8 times. Question from this sign. Who needs the bigger number always wins? What sign does he need to have? The bigger number always wins. What sign does he need to have?
Positive.
Okay, so if these are all positive, and if the signs they must change, what must all the little ones be?
They should be negative.
Okay, so let's add them up. What's 24 minus 1? Not gonna work. What's 12 minus 2? 10. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, bro.
So, who goes where? Who should have been written first?
12.
And who should have been written second?
Unless you.
Unless he switched the sign. Good.
Keep it up
Does
there.
that work? How could you check?
You plug it in. Foil.
Foil,
Oh, sorry.
right? You foil, find the product. Which factors were you guys thinking about? Some of you might have done this in your head, and that's okay. Which factors were you thinking about for the second problem? What do you look at?
11 and 4.
Well, you look at
That's
negative
what
44.
exactly.
Oh, oops.
But some of you guys are thinking of 11 and 4. Now, hold on. Pause. Look in here. Hey, stop judging.
It was a joke.
Stop judging.
Oh my god.
Look in here. The bigger number always wins. What sign does he need to have?
Negative.
So the bigger number always wins. He needs to have a negative. What is 4 times negative 11? Negative 44. What's 4 plus negative 11? Or 4 7?
4 plus.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Who goes where?
I got it right.
4
Good job. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, questions on 1 or 2? Jen. Okay. Where, right here? Up here?
Yeah, I know that's an actual question.
Oh, yeah, it's minus. Sorry, I wrote over it. Do you see it? There you go.
I like that.
Oh, remember, if the last sign is negative, the signs, they must change. I knew a plus and a minus. And when I go, when
Sorry.
I went to go figure out the signs over here, I knew one of them had to be positive, one of them had to be negative. I had you guys look here. Because the bigger number always wins. His sign wins. And I said, wait a minute, who needs to win at the end? A negative. So I made the bigger number the negative.
Dang it.
If 4 was negative, 11 minus 4 would be a plus 7, and I don't have a plus 7. Does that make sense? They need to match. So if I did switch it, if I put the negative by the 4, yeah, but look, I needed the sign to be positive enough. So the bigger numbers needed to be the positive sign. When I see a negative, I need the bigger numbers to be the negative sign, which is why this doesn't work. 11 minus 4. See, he's a positive, not a negative.
So it's negative sign that you smaller one. Negative the positive sign
Because I wrote it the wrong way, right? So here's the right way. It's not that. Ready? So when the middle term is positive, the bigger needs to be positive. Does that make sense? And then when the middle term is negative, the bigger term needs to be negative. Remember the bigger term, he must win? He needs to have that sign. Alright, kiddos, now, we're going to get ready for today's lesson.
Yeah, we are.
I have 2 more quick warm-ups, but they're not factoring problems. Read the directions.
Find the products.
We need parentheses. This one, find the products. I already have parentheses. Either use a table, or foiling, or distributing. Find those products, and we need to look at them and say, how is factoring going to change? Use the table, or foiling, or factoring.
Well, what I think of knowing which one's which.
I love
When I think of product, I think of like the positive productive.
So now we just do what we gotta
You can't
do.
do anything productive while there's parentheses. You have to
Gotta do what we gotta do.
The factors, when you need it to be inside, and parentheses like inside of the factory. That's how I think. I know why.
If it helps, guys, Jake just gave us a way to remember. Now, hold on, why are we talking about that?
I'm not talking.
I see some of you that aren't working that I know can do this really well. So, we just need to find the product. Just foil. Here we go. let's FOIL, or use our table. Jay's way of remembering was factor. Remember how yesterday I said factor, use parentheses? We need parentheses and fill it in. Not yet, Josh, hold on. But his way of remembering was to find the product. Product is being productive. Productive, we gotta keep going, but we can't keep going because there are parentheses. We have to multiply. They kind of explain it.
Got the answer.
Good. Good. How many of you guys are foiling right now?
I'm
Or you did
foiling
FOIL for this
everything.
problem? How many of you guys did the table? Okay. How many of you guys did like some other method? Distributed, vertical?
Oh, I use mine. I know.
That's not a method.
I think it's four. Okay, so whatever method you use, it should have worked. I'm going to show one. I'm going to show one real quick and let you guys double check, and then I'll walk around the room real fast if there's a question. What did I just do? First. Now, outer, there's my smile. 3 times 2x is plus 6x. Inner, there's the nose. Last, what's 1 times 3? We're not done until we combine my terms. You guys see them? What's 6x plus x? 6x?
X plus X is 7.
Remember, 6x plus, no, not squared, we're not
6x plus x.
7x.
7x. Remember, apples and apples. If I have 6 apples and 1 apple, I end up having 7 apples. 6x and 1x makes 7x, right? Now multiplying, adding. Okay, I want you guys, after you check your first one, can you go back and check your second one? If you made a mistake on the first, check the second. If you got the first right, check the second, because the signs get tricky.
Well, the answer is right there.
Signs get tricky. Where's your section?
Huh? Yeah, this is one more.
Oh, you put it separately. Jackson, what was your question?
No,
You got it? If you need to, draw your arrows. Can I draw the arrows and you guys make sure you did each one?
Think about it.
Where's my squishy staff? LA or Heritage Christian, whatever.
On that.
Stress reliever book.
It was right here. It bounced to me and I didn't want to pass it to
Thank
you.
you, I appreciate that. Well, it gets thrown when Tyler has it.
And then it dropped out of my hand. And
No, it actually
it
hit. No, it dropped.
It's a ball.
It hit that roll ball.
Okay, then we'll just leave it alone. Leave it just a little bit too much.
Stay quiet.
All right, who has the final answer for me? Final answer, Jasmine, what you got?
2x plus 7x plus 4.
Oh, it's a little off. Hold on, let's keep going. It's a little off. Check your parentheses. Oh, you're on the first one. Yeah, the first one's right. Go team. We're on the second one.
Go
Yeah.
team!
Say it one more time. 3x squared. You guys agree?
Yeah.
Because, Caleb, what was first? This was from, like, I don't know, last chapter. You tell me. Tell me something that we're doing right now. Anything that we're doing. Cool. Keep going. What else are we doing? What chapter are we in?
7.6.
We're in chapter 7, section 6. Great. We're doing our warm-up. So you know a lot of things, right? Okay. Which problem does not have an answer boxed in? Okay, cool. So we're on number 4, right? Keep using that logic. Logic is really important in life. Getting a job, making money. Okay, so number 4, I just asked, what is first? Now look at the problem. We're trying to find multiplying or products, right? Why would I be saying literally the word first? And what's like the 4-word or 4-letter acronym that we use to multiply? Starts with an F. FOIL. What does the F stand for? What does the F stand for?
Oh, first.
First, and then what's the O?
last. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, you said L and O.
F is first. What's the O?
Outside,
I.
inside,
L.
last.
Perfect. So when I said, what is the first? You got this. What is the first? What was I asking?
X times
Times.
X, so X squared.
Yeah, X times X, but who else is there besides X and X?
3,
Uh-huh. So now multiply X times 3. What do we got?
so 3X squared.
Got it. Who can tell me the outer? Jay.
Negative 2x.
Who can tell me the inner? Tyler.
7X.
Careful, multiply. Multiply. What's 3
Oh,
times 4? Negative 12x, right? And what's last? It's a common mistake. 3 and 4 make 7 instead of thinking 3 times 4 is 12. And then Johnny already said last is plus 8. So do you guys see how Jack and Johnny and the others who got this problem got it right?
My favorite is 2 plus 2. Whether you add it or multiply it.
Yeah, that's true. That's like the one you can't mess up on, right? So negative 2x and negative 12x makes negative 14x. Now I can box it, and now I am done. So, Alan and Ian, hold up your warm-up real quick. Let me see 1, 2, 3, and 4 with boxed answers.
What's a negative and a
I
negative?
came
be a
back from
positive?
washing my hands.
Okay, we gotta keep finishing. You've been sitting there one. Alan, let me see. Do you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 with boxed answers?
Yeah, I'm circling them.
Okay. All right, kiddos, we're gonna check our homework really fast, but pause. Do you guys notice in these trinomials, right? 3 terms each. Do you guys notice how the x squareds have a number in front?
C.
Why am I making a point about how to get numbers in front? Remember what was new in our title?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The AX squared. There she is.
That's what's going to be new today. There's going to be a number in front that we have to deal with, and we're going to be able to if we work together. First of all, real quick, let's go ahead and check our evens, all right? So, remember, just checking the evens. What are you supposed to do with the odds? Check them at home. Good, check them at home. We will take questions if you have any.
I don't have my homework.
Nice thing though, Josh, I'm recording right now, so you can always watch today's video to grade your homework tonight.
Kind of curious.
Yeah?
Number 28.
The signs, they must change. Remember, opposite just means change. That's okay. It was 15 through 24. 15. Oh, sorry, page 3, maybe.
Number 30.
15 through 24, comma, 27 to 33. All. Alright, I'm scrolling down. There's the end of them. If anybody has a question, let me know now so I can get ready. Jackson. 28.
Yes, 27.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't
They were both hard.
I did not even like.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
The last section for me was hard.
The last section too. I think 27 and 28 are in there, so we'll look at it, okay?
Was it? It was.
Jack. Okay, that one definitely is in there, Josh. Alright, 27, 28, and 33. Anything further?
Number 19.
19. Okay, let's start with number 19 real fast, guys. We gotta go pretty quickly, so here we go. Number 19. Remember, we're thinking about factors of who? Angel, this is yours, right?
What's the
Classmates have
S?
questions, and we're supposed to be working together as a team to help each other out. So here we go.
What's the S?
We're looking at number 19. F is for factor, just to make it short. Factors of negative 48, and S stands for sum.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Factors of negative 48. Now, guys, the struggle is, hold on. We know the last sign is negative, the signs they must change, right? So I know I'm looking for a positive and a negative. I have y plus and y minus.
It must change. Then why do you?
I have to have one positive, one negative.
Now I just think it's positive and negative.
I was
Oh,
confused
what
about
I mean by change is they are not the same to each other.
I was confused about 29.
Okay, I get that. I have more questions, so hold on.
Oh, sorry.
We're right now at number 19. If you cannot handle this, then why are you here?
I don't know.
So here we go. We're trying to figure out how to fill in 48. Looking at the middle term. The bigger always wins, right? The bigger he must win. What sign do I need the bigger to have? Positive. So I'm going to have a -1 with a 48, but that definitely does not work, right? I'm going to have a -2 with a 24. That definitely does not work. I'm going to have a -3 with a 16. Sadly, that definitely does not work. I'm going to have a -4. Oh my goodness, this number has so many factors. Just keep going, you'll find them.
Lordy Lord.
Then I have -5, doesn't go in. -6 goes with 8. Oh my goodness, did I finally find it?
Yep.
Yeah. So based on those factors, Ian, what goes in my
Ooh.
look, I found a winner chicken dinner, right? What goes where?
Okay, so -6 goes in the y minus thing.
Good. And then the 8 goes,
And the positive.
got it. Angel, does that make sense?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Let's say I put the -6, would it be wrong? If I put -6 first.
No. Remember, as long as the 6 is with a minus and the 8 is with a positive, it can go either way.
Okay.
All right, next question was number 27. If I hear any talking in 2 seconds, I'm not going to answer any more questions. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. If you want your questions answered, then don't talk. Diego, thank you for raising your hand. Now it's not your turn, though. Number 27 and 28, we had questions on. 27 and 28, we were supposed to find the mistake. Guys, there's no a in front of x squared. There's no number there. So all we have to do is ask ourselves the question. Just check with FOILing.
Just check.
Right? Outer would be 48x. Inner would be 4x. Last would be 48. Wait a minute. Oh, it's 12x. I can't even multiply, huh? Outer is 12x. Question, does it match?
No.
No, it doesn't equal 14.
12 plus 4 is 16. That doesn't work. So that's the mistake, right? Did anybody figure out what the right answer would have been? Now double check with 6 and 8. Guys, it's going to be really important for today. First, gets us our x squared, right? Now Josh, what would our outer get?
Our outer would be 8x.
And our inner?
6x.
What's 8x plus 6x?
8x plus 6x equals 14x.
Plus 48, and we're good. Now, number 28, that one's a check and it's good. If we try to multiply, we would end up with s. Wait, yeah, hold on. If the last sign is negative, the signs, they must change. Problem, Jazzy and Keely. The signs they are, if the last sign is negative, the signs they must change. Did those change?
Nope.
Not really.
So then if we multiplied 5 times 12, that's 60. That would be a positive 60, right?
Yep.
That doesn't work. So who found the right factors for us? Yeah, Jack. 3 and what? Kaylee, did you agree with that one? I agree. Diego? Quickly. Oh, I asked for questions a long time ago, Diego. If you have that question, say after and lunch real quick, okay? We're going to number 33. That was the last question people answered when I asked them a long time ago. Number 33. Now, kiddos, it got harder in this last section, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
But how? How come?
Because it was equal to 0.
It wasn't. Well, hold on. The first 2 were equal to 0, right? Actually, the first 4 were equal to 0.
The last one. How was it?
33
Well, 33, you just need to add it to the other
was even
side.
kind of harder. Now, wait. To solve the equation, don't we need to set the factors equal to 0? Don't worry, not us. For solving the equation, step 1, factor. Step 2, split. And set equal to 0. Okay. Rob, can you yourself? Josh? Josh. Thanks for that hand, but hold on, let me finish explaining because people got confused on the whole section, okay? Whenever we have equal to 0, we need to factor number 1, set equal to 0, number 2. So question, don't even worry about the equal 0 right this second. How would we factor number 29? Oh, come on, I have a lot of mental math people out there. Barry, how would we factor number 29?
M.
N plus 2, N plus 1.
Some of you might have needed to take a little bit of time to do that. N plus 2 times N plus 1 is the right factoring. But I have equals 0.
So,
Guys, hold on, wait, chapter 7. If we have parentheses equal to 0, don't we set each one equal to 0? Yeah. So from this we can say, now I'm kind of hopping into number 30 for a second, but n plus 2 equals 0, and n plus 1 equals 0, which means m equals -2 and -1 when we solve. Remember that? When we have parentheses equal to 0, we set each equal to 0 and solve. True? Right? But in these ones, what's new? We have to get the
factory.
we have to get the factoring, we have to get the parentheses, right, Josh?
Yes.
We have to get the factoring, we have to get the parentheses. Without the factoring, without the parentheses, can we set anybody equal to 0?
You cannot.
No. So, Josh, when you said this section was tricky, you're totally right.
Yes, it was.
It was tricky because we had to factor first and then set each factor equal to 0. Now, number 33, I'm actually going to write him down.
Okay.
Because he introduces one more problem. But I want you guys to remember these steps real fast. Whenever we have an equation with an equal sign, we are expected to solve. And if we are expected to solve, well, we can't just factor, but maybe sometimes it's necessary. Question.
Oh.
What's wrong? It's written wrong. What's wrong? Diego. Which number? Yeah, the -36 isn't supposed to be here.
It's supposed to be on the other side.
He's still supposed to be with everybody else so we can do our factoring.
That's like me.
So if he doesn't belong there, let's move him, right? How do we move -36 to the other
You
side?
add.
And we are allowed to add because we have two sides of an equation. So plus 36 on this side, plus 36 on this side.
And then you put it in standard form.
Standard form says the t squared goes first, the 15t goes second, the 36 goes third. What's now on the right-hand side? I like zeros on that side. Bottle on the ground unless you need to drink, okay? I like zeros. Angel, we're good. Okay, so here's the crazy thing. This was a really hard problem. And I think if I gave a quiz right now, everybody clear out their desk, and after we do this problem, I had you do a problem very similar to it, I bet over 75% of us would fail it.
Oh.
Now wait, pause. Wait, pause. Wait, pause. So here's my dilemma. Homework that you're turning in soon, why is no one showing any work or answering the question on the paper? How'd you do it last night?
I didn't.
Hands down. If 75% of you did not know how to do this problem walking in the room today, how do you have an answer on your paper? Because it's odd and you cheated?
No. We probably just looked at how to do
Pause.
it.
Pause. You're not even turning in homework, Josh. So this isn't an answer for you right now.
No,
okay?
but I did.
I know, that's a good job. I said 75% of you do not have any clue how to do this problem. So my question is, how did you get this answer on your paper? And my question is, did you do any work to get there, or did you steal it? Now don't answer me right now, but think. If you steal answers for homework, what comes when you get to a quiz or test?
You fail.
You have no answers to give because you have no process in your mind. If you are cheating and stealing answers from a book or from someone else, no wonder. No wonder. Let's keep going. Now that it's written this way, we need to factor. So we want factors of 36 that add to be 15. Long story short, if the last sign is positive, the signs stay the same. What signs are the same? Positive and positive. Real quick, looking at this, hopefully some of you can help me. What factors of 36 add to be 15?
6 and 6.
6 and 6 add to be 12, but 12 and 3 add to be 15. How do I keep going? How do I solve?
Well,
Put them to zero.
Put each equal to 0,
negative 12 and negative 3.
and t equals negative 12 and 3. I heard quite a few of you that were able to finish this problem with me. Cool, you're in the 25%. Maybe I was wrong and it was 50%. But I'm very skeptical when I see people not answering questions on paper and I'm like, there is no way they knew how to do this problem. Have all of you had personal tutors? That's one thing, but I know you don't. Because I grade your quizzes and tests. I'm not saying none of you, I'm saying not all of you. One more time, if you steal answers for your homework, you will have no clue how to do the quiz or test. You cannot master something that you never personally try on your own. If you sit and listen or watch a master at anything, taekwondo, to basketball, to ping pong, to computer programming, to rocket science. If you sit and watch, or to soccer. If you sit and watch someone play and play and play and play, or work and work and work and work, can you go get a job the next day and say, hey, I'm just as good?
No, because
You
you didn't
have
practice.
to personally work on things. Same thing with math. If you watch me all day in, all day out, and if you steal answers, you're never going to be able to do it on your own. You have to work on your own and come with questions. This homework, I want you guys to go ahead and wait, listen. We are going back in notes and I need you to write word for word. We have something hard today. You can watch me do it, you can listen to me explain it, but if you do not try it for yourself tonight,
You won't get any better.
you won't get any better.
Okay,
And that is your fault. Some people are starting to stay in during lunch and do the first couple of homework problems just to make sure they can do it on their own, ask me questions, then they can go home and they know how to do it. They might get stuck every now and then. That's okay. It's not bad to get stuck. It's not bad to miss a problem. That means you're trying and you're learning. You guys know what you're supposed to be doing. Word for word homework comes to me. I would much rather have a missing homework or a late homework that you learned to do well than a homework turn in that you did not learn anything from.
Oh, sorry.
Pass it.
When you were wrong.
You got last.
You're riding against me.
It's just the roids kicking in. Did you see the logo? Yeah.
No, I'm gonna
Oh, dude. It's a logo. I didn't make sense of it. So this is like, you know how you like can't do shit anymore? And so he takes like all the medicine, and like he goes back to like being young Wolverine and not ordering everyone. Like, yeah, it's on. I can show you it. It's on the World Star. Hugh Jackman was reenacting it. Like he was in the room screaming. He was.
Alright, you guys word for word?
Yes.
He is the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Angel, for being with us.
Thanks.
I either do that or I drop.
Word for word, Ian?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jay. Where are your notes? And then Jay, once you have a piece of paper, can you move back a desk? Alright. Let me go ahead and zoom in. As we talked about in the title, what is new? The A in the front. You guys see it?
Yes.
The A in the front is new. So we have to learn what to do with him. And if you guys notice, it's not always really, really crazy hard. If there's an A in front, it is possible right? Possible. It is possible there's just a GCF that needs to be factored out. Wait, what does GCF stand for?
Good common factor.
Good, good, good. You guys should have already written down the polynomial written below. This is an example, but my question to you is, what is the GCF? What is in common? Is there anything in common of all three?
5.
Good. 5 is in common of all three.
But not 5x.
Not 5x, but why? This one has an x, that one has an x, this one, yeah, the C term does not have an x and it never will. Well,
What?
every now and then it might have an x on accident. The GCF is a 5. Now, do you guys remember what we did when factoring out a GCF?
Parentheses.
Once we know what the GCF is, we can factor out the GCF, pull out the GCF. If 5 comes out, now if you guys need, I can go ahead and write it off to the side. Remember, 5x squared, we look at each term individually. And we know that 5x squared is 5 times x times x. 15 is 3 times 5 times x. 10 is 2 times 5. What was in common? We pull a 5 out. What is left for the first term? X squared. Now double check it. Does that work? Yes. Okay. Plus, because we're going to cross a plus right now.
3.
What's left for this middle term? 3 and x. Or just think divide by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3 and there's still an x. What's left with the 10 term? A 2. Now, can you double check and make sure you factored correctly?
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah.
5 times x squared, 5 times 3x, 5 times 2. Good. Now, hold on. This is what we did in the beginning of chapter 7. And that is factoring. That's good. But guess what? That is not factoring completely. We have learned how to factor more. How do we factor more? No equal sign. Good idea, but no equal sign. The directions are not solve. The directions are factor.
5 parentheses.
Can't we factor the inside part? So Johnny, hold on, pay attention. If we have a 5 on the outside, we have parentheses, but we need more. Let me zoom in. Once we factor out the 5, just look at what is in the inside. If the last sign is positive, the signs stay the
Same.
And, looking at the first term, who times who makes x squared, guys? Hey, see? All that's different in this problem, there was a 5 in front, but he was able to come out of everybody. The 5's chilling out in front, because that's where he needed to go. He needed to be factored out, but then I can factor the inside part.
So you don't touch it at all?
I pull him out and I leave him alone. So, we can use our tables, yeah. Factors
2 and 1.
of
Right, no, sorry.
2, and you guys have already figured out 1 and 2 makes 3, right? So what's going to go on the inside?
And then 2.
So you technically just do the same thing, but you add on the 5 on the end. Because
Yes.
And in this case,
But doesn't the original problem look harder though?
no. So that's all you need.
But we had to pull out the 5 first, right?
So whatever number's in front of
Whatever is in
X
common,
squared.
not if it's in common, we pull it out. Only if it's in common. We're going to see at the very end of class maybe some numbers that aren't in common, and we're going to just start today what to do if they're not in common. But hold on, let's go look at 2 more where we have something in common. Can you guys see, for number 1, is there something in common that we can pull out from every term of that trinomial?
7.
Yes. The GCF is 7, which means we can pull out the 7. Now remember, pulling out, factoring out is like dividing. Can you guys think of this term, 7 times b, take away the 7, what's left? The b squared, right?
9.
Minus, now, 7 times what is 63? 7 times 9, so the 9 is left. And then 7 times what is 140? That's a little bit harder.
20.
It's 20.
Okay.
So if you think about 7, 7 is 7 times 1, so the 7 goes away. 7 times 9, the 7 goes away, but the 9 is left, and 7 times 20, the 7 goes away, but the 20 is left. Now, that's good, but we're not done. Because we can factor this guy more. The last sign is positive, the signs are the same. But wait, what sign is the same?
Negative.
Good. So we're going to go ahead and make more parentheses. But what's new? Who's chilling on the outside? 7. Now, I already hear some people talking through. They figured out that 5 and 4 would be the factors of 20 that add to be 9. And now we can say we're done. Does that make sense, kiddos?
Yeah.
We pull out the 7, and then we do our factoring like 7, 5. But we can only pull out if everything is in common. We can only pull out if every single term has that like piece. Jackson.
So if there's one in common,
Then we can't pull out, and we have to learn something that's a little bit more complicated. Okay. So, well, the beginning of homework, the whole first section, there's something in common.
Okay, so we can
Yeah. Yeah. Now, hold on, guys. For number 2, what would be in common for number 2? Are you sure 8? 8? Who goes into 48? 8 times 1, that's good. 8 times 1, that's good. 8 times who?
6.
Okay, yeah, they all have an 8 in common. So pull out that 8. Who is left?
Y to Z.
Careful, what's that letter?
Oh, B.
Yeah, it's a V, right? So V is left. Take out the 8. Take out the 8. Isn't V squared left, and then V left, and then who's left?
Minus 6.
Got it. Now am I done? No. But what do I look to do? If the last sign is negative, the signs, they must
Change.
Okay, so I know I have 1 positive. I know I have 1 negative. What's my letter this time, my variable? V. Can anybody figure out what factors of 6 subtract to be 1?
3.
Now this one's a little bit harder because we have negative 6, the factors of.
It's plus 3.
Doesn't the bigger one need to win? So then if I have 3 and 2, the 3 needs to be positive, the 2 needs to be negative. So the 3 needs to go there, the 2 needs to go there. Okay, so what have we learned so far? If every term has a similar or a common factor, we pull out and then we keep factoring. So then, the very end of today, which just introduces tomorrow, is what if there is not something in common?
That's wrong right now.
It's for right now, just to kind of get ready for tomorrow. And if you guys want, as you're writing, more complicated, what if there's an A in front? See, there's an A in front. But what if nothing in common can be factored out? Do you guys see how 2 and 7 and 5 don't share a common factor?
Would you still use 2 though?
Well, hold on, write down. The table gets a little more involved.
Can we not use this?
Because 7,
Yeah,
there's
but
no 2 and 7, no 2 and 5.
Yeah, exactly what I was saying. So,
Yeah.
we just
So-
keep it?
Well, it just got harder. You
Okay.
see what I mean? It just got harder. 2 is not in common. Now I'm going to, as you guys are writing, I'm just going to kind of show you how the table gets a little harder. Okay? We're going to start with factors of.
Do we have to do it in this way?
We're going to all do it this way for the first couple until some of you might be able to mentally do it a different way faster. Okay? The dilemma is when there is an A in front and we cannot pull out a common factor. We not only look at factors of 5, we also look at factors of the first term.
Why don't you find the factors of 7?
Hold on. Remember, this is new to us. So I'm trying to teach. It's new, it's different. Okay, I'm going to zoom in on the example, all right? We're just going to get one of these done today. What factors make 2? It's a positive 2.
2 and 1.
1 and 2. Okay? Now, hold on. If the last sign is positive, the signs stay the same. So we already know that we're going to have a plus plus, but the struggle is we no longer can just fill in x and x, because does that make 2x squared? X times x? No. All right, so hold on. So we have the factors of 2, 1, and 2. We can do the factors of 5, 1, and 5. Now here's the problem. These first factors are going to go in front, like 1x and 2x. These, if you want to, you can actually do factors of 2x squared if that helps. They each need an x. They will go in front. So instead of just looking at 2 being 1 and 2, we're looking at 2x squared being 1x and 2x. So one way of arranging is the 1x and then the 2x, the 1 and then the 5. Now hold on, wait a minute. We already know what the signs are, right?
Yes.
The signs are the same, but wait, are they positive?
No, negative.
Yeah, check that out. They need to be negative.
So the logarithm must be
So we don't have to stress about the signs. Wait, pause. We put the signs in. Now, what do I mean by outer and inner? FOIL. What is the outer?
1x.
1x.
No. 1x times negative 5. What is the inner? Negative 1 times 2x is... So we do the outer plus the inner. What's negative 5x plus negative 2x?
Negative 3x. I mean, negative 7x.
So we get it.
Did we get it?
Yes.
Woo! So we can say x minus 1 and 2x minus 5. Now guys, before I let you leave, I dismiss you, not the bell. Before I let you leave, it is rare that you find the right one the first time. It's going to get complicated. You're going to have maybe like 2 or 3 at the end of homework. So start off with just the GCF and easy factoring from 7-5. And if you see these ones, try to make the table, but don't worry. Come in tomorrow and we're going to do more of the tricky ones to practice.
So this
Here's your homework.
I'll be right back,
Take a
Miss
picture.
is this still get food?
Here's your homework. I said only if we had time and we ran out of time. Take a picture of homework. Do tomorrow, guys.
Can I see my quiz?
Johnny, because we have more homework than just math, so like, if we just have math, yeah, sure, 9, 5, oh, yeah. Alright, but we're not yeah, you're very special.
Guys,
Are we having any homework?
Very special.
Are we having any homework?
Homework? I don't think so.
No, what?
Diego, you want to see that? No, you want to see Amy.
I want to see. Yeah, I know how to do it. Yeah, I just need this one.
Wait, how do you do it?
What you get?
Just a little bit, but that one.
Like, I know how to do it now. It's
So got something?
To be honest, the table's just
Got something?
Yeah. It's gonna take time.
It's a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
You just didn't have it.
It's like I kind of understood. It's like even when I
But there were mistakes that happened along.
I'm easy.
Yeah. But don't worry, we'll do some corrections, maybe not for bonus, but to let you learn before the test, okay? We'll get them back tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you.
Jacob, do you keep it?